adamant on this bike. It's got such a nice like setup to it. How you just everything about it. Power, the handling, it's just top notch. I used to have a Honda Hornet, and I mean I love that bike, but this has just got like, it's just a much better all-rounder. The Hornet was great, but as soon as you got into winter and low speed, it hated doing low speed. I don't know what it was. It always wanted just to be going faster and faster. So you go into a corner and you're just like, right, I'm just gonna accelerate now at about 40 mile an hour into the corner somehow. It just hated doing corners. This though, it's nice and calm. You go into a corner and it's not trying to just ram you into a fence or a wall. But that is what made the Hornet fun. I think it's because they put CBR engines in them. Because it wasn't one of the new ones, it was one of the older ones, the older 2010 model. Cracking bike though. Never ever let me down any point. But was a Honda, so you know, Hondas are known for being indestructible. Actually, we'll put the heated grips on, I think, because that was a bit chilly up there. There was a bit of wind. Ah! Big bumps. It's a horse. So we are actually going down this road. Interesting. I don't know where it's taking me. It's one of these roads. Oh, old fogies. Nice little houses here as well, aren't they? Look at that, whoa. Nice little stream there as well. That's probably like an old post office or something, that building there by the looks of it. Stay there, Mr. Car. That Mini could have just drove straight there and he would have easily had enough room. See, you got to avoid the bloody potholes while you go around here. Sometimes the potholes are a right pain because you can't like actually go around a thing as easy. Oh, better slow down. It's a rear facing camera and that means you can't speed past that one. Not that I speed past any of them anyway, but yeah, you know, them ones you definitely can't because they will get you. I sometimes think the guy who decided to put speed cameras front facing, he must have been a biker because he definitely knew what he was doing with that. He was like, yeah, no one's catching me on my weekend. Never understood why people tint the windscreens like that because I think it just looks shit. Like, do the people when they're tinted just say to them, "What, mate? It's gonna look awful. This. Why are you getting it done?" It's like, no, I want my windscreen to look like someone spilt petrol all over it. Yeah. It's like, all right, that's a good look, that. We won't be a knob. We'll wait here because I think it's an A road this anyway. So. Haslington is this? Robertshaw way? I used to go snowboarding up there on the mountain, Ski Rosendale. Don't really do it as much anymore. Just don't get enough time in the week. That's the problem with it. Time that we're gonna, well, oh, it's spinning. Oh. That's like my built-in windsock on this bike. Once that starts spinning, I know it's getting quite windy. It also entertains me to no end. I've had it on the bike for months and months, and every time I go out on it and it spins, it still makes me laugh. I'm simple like that, you see. I think we have to stay in this lane for this. Because I think this is the roundabout with the McDonald's on it. From what I remember. Use the old engine braking. blue car. Definitely a bit chilly today. Was it 7 degrees? Ooh. I'm glad I put a jumper on. Lights up there anyway, so we'll have to slow down quite a bit. See if we can filter passes. Mission successful. Yeah, I need to have a play around with the settings on this because I've always used it in dynamic. I've never put it into like dynamic pro, which I do have. But I think the reason why it has really bad like acceleration off the line, this bike, is because it's got like some anti-wheelie shit that's activated on the dynamic side, and it stops you from like basically wheel spinning out. So I need to play around with it a bit in the summer to see if I can like improve it, because it's when I first got on it, it was in rain mode, and oh my god, the throttle response was awful. I thought I was riding a 125 again. And then I noticed, oh no, everything's now electronic on bikes. Fun is restricted to the package you buy, apparently, not the engine that you buy. Let's skip this, I'm not a fan of that. Why? Get a bit of the old Aussie on. But yeah, it's like once you get going, it's perfectly fine then. Like look, like second gear, it's got a bit of power to it. But first gear, it just doesn't. It's like it's limiting you in some way. Good news is, this is my favourite part of this place, and there's no cars in front of us, so we can get some nice little corners going on here. So it does get pretty good up ahead. It's weird as well because there's not that many bikers. I've seen maybe 2 or 3. Now you would think all the bikers would be wanting to go the wrong way here. Well, I always go this way anyway. All the bikers will be wanting to get their toys out to play that they got for Christmas, but no, I've not seen anyone really. I mean, that's why I'm out today. I'm testing out my new mic and a couple of settings that have changed. Yeah, because that all the way that we would have gone there, it literally brings you out here. Now, to me, that just seems pointless. You're coming off. It's like, just stay on this road. Yeah, never understood that. It's like, yeah, let's just do a detour through some random little village for no reason at all. And don't worry, Google Maps is wrong. It is actually a 50 here. It's not a 30. Google Maps gets confused very, very easily. Never use Google Maps as your reference for speeds, because honestly, it's wrong most of the time. front facing. Now what have we learned from before? Front facing speed cameras are fine. You don't have to be careful with them. Look, there's another little bypass. I'm surprised it didn't make me come off there. Usually Google's like, yeah, just go off and just do a random road for no reason. Not bad though, the weather today, you know, roads are dry, it's just a bit cold. It's not, this is what I'd say is good biking weather, this, because, you know, it is winter, but you're not going to get better conditions for winter than this, really. I mean, considering by this time next week, this is probably going to be ice. So this bike will not be coming out next week. As fuck doing ice on a motorbike. People who do that are mental. Oh, this is a rear facing camera, boys and girls, so that means we need to go slowly. I mean, not that slow, but it's another thing with motorbikes that people don't really get in cars, that you let off your accelerator and it's like, look, I'm doing 50 here now, right? And then if I let off that accelerator, look how quickly, that's just the engine stopping that. Like, and that's it in 5th gear. Now imagine if you let off that in 5th gear in your car's not going to do that. On a motorbike, you can use your gears to slow down. In fact, most of the time I use my gears to brake rather than using the brakes. Long road. Long roads and disappointments at the 40. Well, even Scooter Man's out today. What's all your excuse, bikers? Come on. Scooter Man's out. Having a laugh. What way are we going here? Oh, straight ahead. That was confusing the hell out of me then, because Google was saying I could go in like any lane, but obviously couldn't go in any lane. I'm sure I've been this way before. I'm just trying to remember where I am. Look at that. Yep. It's not like a discus field. Or shot put. No, not shot put, is it? The one where they throw the ball on the chain. Ooh. Dead rat. Oh. Only thing with this bike, it's very divey on the front, so as soon as you put on that front brake, it's going like that. It's a nightmare. That's weird. Oh, it must be in Colne. I've never come into Colne this way before though. That is that one house. That's fucking massive. That's well sick. It's like a Tetris brick as a house. I'd be constantly worried like another house is going to come across from the other side of the road and just blow me up. We've got some traffic in Colne. It's very quiet for a Sunday. You would expect like Colne's quite a. It's not like a touristy town, but it, you know, it gets its fair share of tourists. I would expect a lot of people to be out buying old Is that the house of prom house? Prom dresses, I'm guessing. Oh, there's a couple of people on the park then. Oh, booths. I can't remember, are they fancy booths or are they not fancy? They're not like a Waitrose, are they, kind of thing? We don't get any booths in Manchester. It's near us. It's just M&S. Like M&S is the fanciest place that you get. You get some Waitrose in like Altrincham way, but you don't really get them anywhere else in Manchester. Booths, you don't really get them at all. It's only really as you go up into outside of Manchester you start getting them. Over a bridge, can we see the water? Oh yes, we can. That'd be cool to live in that big old building. Oh, got some ramblers. Us Brits, we love walking. Don't know why, because we're all fat. But yeah. Right, I'm going to trust you this time. You're telling me to go off on some dodgy little road. Now where are you taking me? I think the problem is we go and do a bit of walking for an hour, and then we go, right, let's go pub. And then we go pub, have about 8 pints, a pie, and some chips. And then we go, oh, why have I put on 2 stone this week? Well, that'll be why.